Well, Brian McKnight has changed his middle name to match his new son's name, legally. But we'll get into it, and we're also going to get into what his older son has to say about the matter.
Yes.
But it is
His
Mary.
Former namesake, I guess. And Amma.
And we want y'all to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below, you all, because when I heard that Brian McKnight changed his name, I was quite shocked. Now, he does have the Brian McKnight, but his son's name, the new son that he has with the new woman, I don't know what race is she.
She is she's from somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, but I think she might be Hawaiian or something, because the name looks like it's a Hawaiian name.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I think because the son's name is Brian Kinoa Macau Jr. That's the son's name. Now, Brian McKnight has changed his name to Brian Kinoa Macau McKnight Sr. So he has shoved the first and the middle name into his middle name, basically. Right. Then he still has the Brian McKnight Sr. or whatever.
Right.
So he says that because I am so proud to officially announce, this is what he said. He said basically, welcome to the world. I wanted to introduce you to my son.
Yeah.
To the world with the release of my new album, lovingly created for my son.
Yes.
Junior. Because I am also proud to officially announce that I have legally changed my name to exactly match my legacies.
Right.
He has 3 other kids by another woman.
Actually, I think they said 4.
4 by another woman.
I thought it was 3. I thought it was the 2 sons. I thought he had 3 children with Julie. The 2 sons and a daughter. And then he has a daughter with somebody else.
Yeah.
So, I guess he's a new son with his new wife. I guess they've been married for about a year now, a year or 2 years. The baby's called Brian, and then the 2 names, and then I don't want to butcher anybody's name. That's why, because Amma is actually my middle name. I have a first name that a lot of times people butcher it, so
which
I don't
is
want to
so
butcher
easy to say because
anybody's name. But so he has Brian. So the son's name is the Brian, and then these 2 names, and then McKnight Jr.
Right.
So he has changed his whole name to match exactly the new child, and he adds senior to that. And I feel as though it's very petty. This is not even something that you need to tell anybody.
Well, this is also something that no parent, I think, has ever done in history. Like, who does that?
He has started with a brand new family.
I mean,
men are very interesting creatures.
When they've ruined somebody's life, they've ruined a whole family life. They like to erase that history and then create a whole new family. Just like how they like to erase history and then make up some new history in their life, like, and make it seem like they were the victim, but they really abused the woman and all this stuff, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially.
Right.
But somehow he has twisted it and contorted it in his mind that I'm the victim.
Yes.
I'm the victim.
They were entitled children all along.
When you probably didn't even give them a penny to college, to go to college.
My family was very good friends with Brian McKnight's wife's family.
The first wife?
Mm-hmm. And they kind of gave him his break, They kind of, like, he was singing there in their church because her father is a reverend. And they were singing he was singing in that church. That's how he got his break. And her father also was well connected. So for him now to just do this stuff here, like it's almost like it's not enough that you went online and got your fans to beat down your children, calling them entitled. It's not enough that you did that, but it seems and then it's not enough that you kind of flaunted in their faces that you kids are entitled, but with these my new kids, his wife's children from another relationship, these my new kids, they are so grateful. So I have bought this Rolls Royce, and I bought this one something else. It's not enough you did that, but it seems as though every year you come up with new ways to quarrel. Right? So now I want to ask the fans of Brian McKnight, do you see the issue? Because the kids are not saying anything, but here you come. Now I've changed my whole name to fit this new son's name, and because this is going to be my legacy. It's so you can just rub it in the eye of the other child who has your name. And I'm happy what he said.
Oh, but also, before we even get into what the son said, also my thing is, I feel like with Brian McKnight, I feel like the reason why your new kids are so grateful is because, like what a lot of men do, they give everything to their new family, but they give their old family crumbs.
Yes.
And then you get upset when they demand more from you because you're their father and you actually should do more.
Yeah.
So now you have switched and twisted and contorted the narrative to their entitles. But really it's the fact that you have been a shitty father, you haven't done shit for them. Yeah. That's really what it is. But of course your new family can be grateful. You know why? Because you do everything for them without them having to ask.
Yeah. It's like Cody, how he is with Robin's children. But remember,
they respect you because you've done everything for them. You're present, you're there.
Remember the pearls of wisdom that black man gave when he said that, let me tell you something about men. Period.
If you ain't having sex with a woman and you ain't not in a relationship, he don't give a shit about them kids. Okay?
Yes,
that's what he said.
He only cares about the kids of the woman he's with currently.
Yeah.
And he said most men are not going to tell you that.
But it's true.
But that's just how men operate.
Yeah.
And, I saw that and I said, this is some pearl of wisdom. The women need to actually listen to understand, like these children are not saying anything else to him. So now for me, it just seems petty. It just seems petty. It really just seems petty. And one thing I want to say, I really want to say this to children. I know that, especially to those ones who are having problems with their fathers, who all of a sudden that child is 18 and it's kind of like, well, forget you, you gotta go work for yourself and all this stuff. The best thing you can do is keep your head to the grind. Make something of yourself. Stay focused. Try to rise above those emotions.
Yeah.
That anger. Like, let it go. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it. Like, don't be locked in some anger bond with the father that don't give two shits about you anymore. Like, focus on your life and you do what you gotta do. Strive your best not to be disrespectful. And just go on with your life. Go on with your life. Work hard. Put your head to that grind and make something of yourself. And don't worry, he will come. You saw Shaquille O'Neal's father came. They all somehow come when you're successful. There they are. You saw how, what was it, Jeff Bezos' father came. Like all of a sudden, oh, he's my son. He's my son, all of a sudden. You saw how that Apple guy, Steve Jobs' father came. Like all of a sudden, here they come.
They remember that they had children.
All of a sudden,
they remember that they procreated.
They remember the name. They remember the name of that child.
They remember the birthday. They remember the favorite color. Like they remember everything. Remember, I was there. When your mom was in the hospital. I know I left the next day, but I remember you. You came out the womb. You were red.
You were strong, and then she ran away somehow. I don't know what happened. Like she was gone, even though she lived in the same states. Like
But they're trying to blame the woman for why he wasn't there.
In fact, her parents didn't like me.
Matter of fact, she was out in the streets. That's why I ran away from your mother and I ran away from you.
It's
you see how the lie.
Something. So that's all I'll say because it's such a painful thing.
Yeah.
It's such a painful thing, and I'm so happy the son said it right.
Oh, well, let me pull it up.
Just like,
this is what the son said. Let me pull it up. He said, I'm not, okay, so somebody said that I feel so bad, and if I was Brian McKnight Jr., I'd change my effing name. What a corny old ass mother effer. I'd be so upset to be attached to that man at all. The son responded, said, I'm not ashamed of the name my ancestors had. I'll never change the name my own son now has. We are witnessing an obscene level of self-hate that has reached mental illness status at this point. All we can do is pray for that man and my new little brother, who we will all welcome with open arms one day, once he realizes who his real family is. Legacy isn't in the name, it's in the character of the people. It will be quite clear soon just who's on the right side of all this, because there's no escaping what's coming. And he's very well spoken. He had his commas, his periods, and everything. Very well. Very well spoken.
Yeah, and that is a testament probably to the mother, to Julie.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, yeah, next year, Brian gonna come out with something else. It's gonna be something else to give a dig at the children.
Well,
Every year, it seems like he comes out, like this man petty as hell. Every year he comes out with something new. Every year, let's
Call him Petty Betty.
Just hold on. Next year around this time, I don't know what happens to this man. All of a sudden, he gonna come out with something else. Just
but
hold
you know
on.
what I believe? I believe he dislikes or hates the kids and the mother because they are a memory of him when he
Yes.
wasn't shit.
Yes.
Because the Julie really
Yes.
gave him his start with
Yes.
the church.
Yes.
And then he has the kids who continually remind him
Yes.
that
He's
you're a horrible
failure.
father.
You're a
and you're a failure in
at
this
marriage.
department.
Yes.
So when you have that, men
Oh.
don't like reminders of the effed up things that they have done. Even though they've done it all,
Yeah.
they don't like reminders.
No.
So when you have
And
children,
that's someone who doesn't want to take accountability. You see,
exactly.
that's the problem.
why. Yeah.
It's a man who does not want to take accountability
Right.
for what he has done. And the thing is, like Christine said in Sister Wives, it can be so easy to fix. It's really such an easy fix. You go to the child.
Show your kids. See your kids.
You just sit, like, let them vent to you of however they felt that you have somehow messed them up. And when they're done, all you have to say is, forgive me.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, just
Kids don't
forgive
ask for
me,
much, really.
And I'm sorry. You know, like, where do you want to go for a walk, whatever. Like, and then be consistent in your showing up for them. Kids are so, like, children are so, they are really a blessing from God because they love you unconditionally. You see the beautiful stuff the son said? Like, the man got some self-hatred, y'all. It's bordering on some mental illness. Because how
He
do you
needs
get
help.
up? Like, seriously.
Like-
Every year, just think about it. Every year, Brian McKnight got something to say that's a little dig at the children that he has. And it's not even necessary. Julie hasn't come out to say a damn thing.
Well,
She's
sure.
doing with her life. She's doing her little singing. Like, she's not bothering herself, and neither are the kids. Go on with your life. And that's why the
Go
the
be
person-
happy.
You said you're happy. You have the woman. You have the children. And to the point that you have even changed your whole name. Like, can't you be happy now? I mean, what else? Like, why every year you got to take a little nail to do this? For what? Petty Brian. Petty McKnight. My goodness. In fact, I don't want to say Petty Brian, Petty McKnight. I don't want to mess up the name of the ancestors.
Petty
You see?
Betty.
And I'm sure he wasn't even. He's not the original Brian McKnight. I guess that's what the son is trying to say. This name doesn't belong to you. It's our ancestral name that passed down to the first son throughout our generation.
Yeah.
So you don't get a chance to kind of change the name or try to do any of your stuff that you do.
Well-
Because when you know what I'm saying? That's what the son is trying to say. It's history. It's legacy building. It's building community.
That you know nothing about.
Hello. Mm-mm. And where does that son get that?
From the
his
mother.
mother, from his granddaddy, who has built up a community there in Tennessee. Okay? Mm-hmm.
That you know nothing about. You
Lord have
a-hole.
mercy.
I mean, really? Like, who does that?
Every
Go be
year.
happy. God. Papa God.
Oh, you wouldn't be happy. It's like Cody.
Bullshit.
Cody has Robin. He
All
wouldn't
to
be
himself.
happy every time he sits down, has something petty to say.
Talk about
He's
Christine.
always so angry.
Mhm.
And then she also seems angry. It's like, aren't you guys happy? You guys have each other. All the 3 other wives that you have, they're all gone. Why can't you be happy? The children you have, they're all gone. Except for Robin's kids. Why are you unhappy? But next year, I tell you no lie, he gonna come right on schedule with something else. Mr. Petty.
Betty.
Mm-mm.
It's Mary.
And,
Signing off, y'all. We invite you guys to like
subscribe.
and comment down below.